Hi, this is Carolyn, and I wanted to talk to you about assisted death. I'm starting to see a lot of information on Instagram, and I just wanted to tell you that those that do it are causing harm. They can't do it, not in this world. You have to realize our divine parents, even after we lose our human body, they don't kill anything. It all has places that it goes. Like if you're bad, you go to the darkness. If you're this, if you're a dangerous animal, you go to this area. If you behave yourself, you cross over to, our home. It is our home where we came from. Remember, this is the fabricated world, okay? And it's like school, it's a place to learn, and it is the only place that holds humans. It is the only place. So, just for those that go, oh, there's humans way out there. No, they are not humans. There are not humans out there. Okay, so when I know this topic is so, it's it's hard to talk about, right? Especially if you've already had a family member do it, if and because they're so sick, they have chosen to die, or if somebody is waiting to die, or whatever. But the way that the divine look at things when they look at us, because we are still so primitive, they look at us as, especially Father, it looks at us as, well, you just cut the money for medical research. You fired people, you did this. All over the world, there's problems and disease is flowing and growing, and you did this. You are held accountable for doing this harm in this world, number one. Okay? Number two, they do not allow the killing of anything. Everything is their creation, right? Because it is their world. And you need to realize this, that if you pull up that chair and you start sitting outside and you start talking to them, you're going to realize how real they actually are. This is not religion. There never will be a church about this, because they have said there never will be. Nobody's supposed to interfere with this, because once you start talking to them, you have your guide, you have them, and their counsel that also help, and they're going to get you on your path that they want you on. If they have to blow up your marriage or whatever has to happen to get you on your path, right? And if you don't get on your path, then when you lose your human body, you're going to reincarnate, and you're going to come right back here and do it again in a different form. You're not. Maybe you won't have it so cush as you do right now, you know, because you made an agreement when you came here that you were going to ride this out. Okay, and I know, believe me, I know. I have watched family members. I know how hard and animals. I have watched. And you can't kill the animals either. I have watched how hard it is. I don't know where humans got so superior that they could just decide, oh, I'm going to kill the animals, I'm going to kill the people, I'm going to do all this because they're suffering. If there is money put into science, and the scientists are reaching out to mother and father, they're going to give them step-by-step directions on what to do to find the answers to the problems. That's what they do for me. That's what they do for my son. When I talk to people, my guy does it for others. It's like, they're going to give step-by-step directions. Okay? Humans need to let go and start talking to them and start getting on track and you're here to get your nudges, right? And to do what they want you to do. Look at the world today. Whose fault is it? It is the human's fault. And the worst thing is all these vile beings that are going, all these criminals out there in the world. It happened on our watch, on your watch. We today are responsible for all this that's happening. It happened on our watch. We have to do better. We have to. I know you can't kill yourself. I'm so sorry. You know, there needs to be more advancement in pain medicine. Pain medicines are getting wicky wacky. It's like they need to figure it out and talk to mother and father about it. Because there are ways, if I ask my guide something, he will tell me, okay? But he'll also tell me, well, Carolyn, you're not going to understand what I'm saying because I am not a scientist. I'm a creative being. I am not a scientist. But to a scientist, to get these nudges, to maybe hear that little voice where you go, oh my God, I think I need to do this. Okay? Pull up that chair, get out in the yard, get to a window, whatever, and start talking to mother and father. Start talking to them about how you can help, what you can do, the answers that you need, and how we're going to clean up this mess with these dark beings running amok everywhere like, duh, nobody can catch us. We're superior, doo-dah, doo-dah. Well, it's not true. They are not. And they're already done because so many of the politicians, they actually, were a part of and that, has done the harm. And so have many voters. A lot of voters are like, hee-haw, we're all for these bad people, right? Well, they're going down too when they lose their human body, because they're like meeting in the dark and supporting, enabling the evil beings to progress in the world. You don't understand because you don't see this stuff. You don't talk to this stuff. You take my word for it, okay? You don't see it. You don't talk to it. It's been like this all my life, that I have talked with mother and father, the council, my guide, my son's guide. I even knew the time and the moment my dad would die because my guide told me. I always wanted to know. And he told me, and he gave notice. They always give notice. So he gave notice so I could get my mom some help. But you got to do it. Once you do it, it's going to be natural because this is the natural state we're supposed to be in. Hundreds of years ago, people telepathically communicated. And I've said this before. This is how they knew that, Bob across the field 5 miles was having problems. Even the animals communicate telepathically. Don't they? They don't talk to each other because they do. And they can also talk to humans, but it's kind of like a different frequency. And it's not very often that they just chit-chat with anybody because it is kind of like a different frequency. But so, and if you're sick, see the doctors, get some help, get yourself comfortable, try to get access to everything you can that is available, that is good for you. Take heed, be careful, don't trust everyone, do your research. There's a lot of crazy doctors out there, crazy people that think they have the answers. You got to have people that are involved in the sciences where there's proof and evidence, It's like for myself when I was terribly sick, I went to Yale. I also went to Harvard. I went to Harvard first, and then I went to Yale. Okay? So, at the hospital, because I was terribly sick, And then UCLA came to play, and UCSF in San Francisco, because I was terribly sick, okay, as things progressed along. So, get some help, but no. And if you're the one that thinks you're going to open a shop, hang a shingle and say, I'm going to be the one that helps with assisted death, you better back off that idea. Because the first one you do, you're done. So once you lose your human body, you're going to go to a world that has, I can't even begin to tell you because you really don't know, but it's not humans. And it's not like demons and the artwork that you see and all this stuff. It's different. And you're going to be there. And you're going to be there forever. Because you caused harm. Okay? I got to go. Take care. Bye.